Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your Monday Night Raw review for September 14th, 2015 episode. Last night's Monday Night Raw was not too bad. It wasn't great, but it wasn't bad either. Not bad for its final episode leading into the Night of Champions pay-per-view. We got to see all kinds of things. A nice build-up between the Wyatt family and Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose. Still leaving the mystery partner as a secret. So that's kind of cool. I think that they're probably going to go with an NXT guy. Maybe stick with the man that was leaked out with Baron Corbin being the guy for their third partner, possibly. Some other things that occurred. We had, starting off the show, was on Monday Night Raw, was Triple H and Stephanie McMahon announcing that Sting would have his debut match on Monday Night Raw for the first time ever, which was very interesting. I'll get into detail on that as we go along in this episode. We also saw some shit go down with Cesaro and Rusev, which was a load of crap. That match was absolute garbage. Cesaro thankfully won a match finally after all this time. We also had a promo done by Ryback and Kevin Owens. This promo was kind of interesting, was pretty intriguing, and I think this match is going to be good. This is an added-on bonus match for the WWE Night of Champions pay-per-view for the Intercontinental title between Kevin Owens and Ryback. So this should be a pretty entertaining match. I think Kevin Owens might even walk away as your Intercontinental Champion, or it might break down to an all-out war and become a no contest or into a disqualification. Anyway, getting into the matches, since I kind of went in all different orders here with the promos. The first match of the night, we had Paige going up against Sasha the tag team titles were on the line, and of course, New Day walked away victorious, beating primetime players, Titus O'Neil and Darren Young. Match was okay, give it a 3 out of 5 stars. Pretty average, okay match. And we definitely had, the Dudley Boys showing up and having a little bit of a confrontation between the two. One standing in the ring, the other standing on the ramp. So that was alright, I guess. I mean, it wasn't all that great. We also had Sasha Banks defeating Paige in a one-on-one match. This match was decent and okay as well. 3 out of 5 stars on this one. We then went ahead, had a promo with The Miz having the Wyatt family part of the show, and I pretty much went into detail about that. Very intriguing stuff there. Really liked the build-up. I liked the promo work on Roman Reigns. Probably the best mic work Roman Reigns has done so far in his career. He didn't botch anything. He didn't mess up what he was trying to say. It was very straight, clear, and very genuine. He seemed very realistic, not like so out of touch with reality, and being, kind of like it felt more real than being like so dumb and retarded. So I really liked that. I liked it wasn't like an insult to my intelligence, and it definitely intrigued me during this promo. So I really liked that very much. Later on during the show, or earlier on during the show actually, Seth Rollins came in to the office of Triple H, and Seth McMahon was bitching, complaining about John Cena and Sheamus, and he said, well, we'll solve the problem. We'll have those two face each other, which leads us to our next match that was on the card last night. John Cena and Sheamus. This match was about 15 minutes long, but the match wasn't all that great. I'd have to say it was average, a little bit below average. So I wasn't too impressed by this. The ending was pretty bland. I mean, just the random out of nowhere FU, attitude adjustment, whatever way you want to call it. I like the old name for the move, but they now call it the attitude adjustment, I guess. Well, not I guess, I know that, but whatever. The match was good, but not great. It was average at best, 2.5 out of 5 stars, really because it didn't capture my interest all so much, but there was some good action that occurred during this match. So I can't deny that it wasn't great, but it wasn't horrible either. We then had a promo for the promotional match between Charlotte and Nikki Bella for the Divas title. Now, this match was disappointing in my opinion, and I'll get further into that, but speaking of the video package for the Divas title, it was actually pretty good. I have to say that well put together, basically Nikki Bella telling a narration story about her career, how she's held the title, how she's described how all the challengers that have went after her belt, she's knocked them down, she's improved over her career and everything else. Very impressive stuff, very good narration of a story of her career, and definitely very enjoyable to watch. Very good introduction into this match leading into Charlotte versus Nikki Bella for the Divas title. Unfortunately, the match was good until the ending. The ending absolutely sucked dick. I don't understand why they couldn't just have Nikki Bella lose the title to Charlotte. And instead, it ended up being a no contest disqualification because Brie Bella got involved in the match and screwed the whole thing up. So, Stephanie McMahon came out and said, I gotta have the integrity of this match to be realistic. You didn't win the title, but you're still contender for the championship, and at Night of Champions, you will be competing for the Divas Championship belt. Now, my personal attitude and opinion about this is, why couldn't Charlotte just win the fucking match? She couldn't just win the title, keep it, defend it at Night of Champions in a rematch? Why not? What, because AJ Lee is the number one person at that point in time until last night? Come on, man. Who gives a fuck about AJ Lee holding the title as the longest reigning Divas champion? You can always get that changed with Charlotte, who's actually the whole reason why that title match occurred. Because she is the best female wrestler going today in WWE. She is better than Nikki Bella. She's better than most of the women outside. The only ones that can come close to her is Sasha Banks and fucking Becky Lynch. Those are the only two that can even come close to Charlotte in a match. Paige, she's got some work to do, but she's not bad herself. I mean, she's not horrible, but she ain't great either. But very disappointing, very fucking dumb on WWE's part. Probably the biggest disappointment on the whole show. But, I mean, it's not going to ruin the entire fucking show, honestly. But still, again, I mean, that was just pointless. I mean, what is the point of having the Divas title match for Charlotte to lose anyway, will win, but not win the title, and then have a rematch at Night of Champions altogether, when you could have had Charlotte win the Divas title to begin with? Simple as that. Nothing hard, nothing difficult. Unfortunately, WWE didn't see it that way, and they did it their own way. Okay, fine. Now, getting into Sting on this situation, he's announced that he's facing the Big Show in a one-on-one match. Now, when they first announced this, I really said to myself, why the fuck are they doing this? Why not have a tag team match? Sting and John Cena are competing against Seth Rollins for the WWE and United States Championship belt. So why not just have a tag team match initially to start an announcement? Well, unfortunately, that's not the case. Sting is to face Big Show one-on-one in a match. Well, Sting went one-on-one with Big Show, and it ended up being a disqualification and led to a fucking tag team match anyway. Go figure on that one, huh? Made a lot of fucking sense to me, I guess. I don't know. Not really, I'm just being sarcastic. But, yeah, the match was not too bad. I mean, Big Show actually did not do a bad job in this match. Granted, as big and overweight he is, he really didn't do too bad one-on-one with Sting. I actually liked this match. Maybe it had something to do with Sting being in the match against Big Show that made it more intriguing and more entertaining. Maybe because Sting knows how to wrestle. So, in that case, we had a tag team match where John Cena and Sting win the tag team match against Seth Rollins and the Big Show. Seth Rollins is going for the pedigree. Sting comes from behind, grabs him by the hair, and hits the Scorpion Death Drop, and then puts him in the Scorpion Death Lock, and makes Seth Rollins tap out. Now, with this kind of ending, and to give you a rating on this match, it definitely was a 3.5 out of 5-star match. I'm not going to even give a rating towards the Big Show and Sting because it wasn't even a match to begin with. Should have never even been a match to start with. It should have been a tag team match with Seth Rollins with a mystery partner versus John Cena and Sting. But that don't matter. At least they had what they should have had to start with. So, my personal opinions leading into Night of Champions. What I think is going to happen with the US and WWE World Championship belts. I truthfully feel, and personally feel, that Sting should be walking away with this belt. Hands down. The WWE title should be in Sting's possession. He should be the champion going all the way into WrestleMania. Now, John Cena, on the other hand, I believe John Cena should be walking away United States champion. I believe it's time for Seth Rollins to lose both titles, and it's time to get rid of the Authority faction. Triple H should be turning on Seth Rollins turning on Triple H, and these two becoming mortal enemies, basically, at this point. They've been talking about it. They've been, making comments and rumors that Triple H and Seth Rollins are supposed to go at it and be enemies at that point. And Seth Rollins is supposed to be a face or stay a heel, and Triple H becomes a face. Something like that kind of situation. Whatever the case may be, the situation simplistically is Seth Rollins needs to lose both titles. As simple as that. We already got news that John Cena is supposed to lose or win the United States title back, specifically because of the fact that if you haven't been paying attention on NoDQ.com, they already made a new t-shirt for John Cena for a United States title shirt. Which I don't understand why the fuck they would do that in the first place. But what the hell, they already fucked up originally with the world title match with him and Seth Rollins. Why not fuck it up with the United States title on top of it? And I just think that Sting needs to be the champion. Sting needs to be the WWE World Heavyweight Champion, stay champion all the way up to WrestleMania, and lose it to a young upcoming star. Now, that upcoming star could be Roman Reigns, which has already been announced in WWE's plans next year. They want Roman Reigns to become WWE World Heavyweight Champion, and then lose it to John Cena later on that year. Which I have no problems with. Only issue is I don't want to see John Cena tie the record of Ric Flair. But, whatever. But John Cena-Roman Reigns match is definitely well worth putting together. and definitely will be a great match to see. I think that will be very intriguing to see these two guys go at it. So that should be entertaining for next year's upcoming match. But Sting needs to be the champion. He deserves a good run in WWE. He's a legend in professional wrestling, in all professional wrestling, whether it was WCW, TNA, whatever. He has been a great asset to any company he's worked for, and he's been a great asset to WWE this past year. I mean, he has done very good for this company. He is working week after week after week leading into this fucking pay-per-view. I haven't seen any part-time wrestler in a long time do that. Not anyone. Let alone compete on a Monday Night Raw episode to help boost ratings. I've never seen anything like that. By any superstar. Not Hulk Hogan, not Ric Flair. Well, no, Ric Flair's done that. No, Ric Flair's out of that category. The Rock, he's never done that. He's never done week-to-week promos. Give me a fucking break. I mean, the guy was there. He shows up to promote the matches. But he's not there week after week after week to promote the matches, as we've seen in the past history with like The Rock, with CM Punk and John Cena as his other opponents that he's faced in the past. Brock Lesnar has yet to actually have a match on Monday Night Raw of any kind, and he sure as hell doesn't show up week after week after week to promote a match. So, major props to Sting. This guy is an awesome guy. He is giving his time to WWE to help promote this match, and he's competed in a match which I haven't seen anyone do outside of the Dudley Boys, but the Dudleys are in the tag team division, so I really don't think they have any choice but doing that. But Sting is a higher level wrestler than like the guys of Rob Van Dam, Dudley Boys, and all of them. I mean, granted, they are legends, but they are not at the level of Sting as a legend, because Sting has been a main eventer consistently year after year after year, mostly in his career. With that said, Sting deserves a proper run in WWE, and what better as him as WWE champion, like they did with Brock Lesnar last year, do the same thing with Sting and have him stay as champion all the way up to WrestleMania, and then make him lose the belt to somebody new, young, and is well worthy of being the champion at WrestleMania. That's how I look at it. I think that's the best thing they can do, and it doesn't take away the rights of a young superstar having the spotlight, and he's competing against a veteran wrestler like Sting that has many years in the business, many years of experience of competing at high-level matches with a young guy that can help him, show him stuff, whatever, any weak areas that he needs to work on. Sting could be able to help assist him in that kind of, level match and help him improve as a wrestler. So, overall, Sting needs the proper run with the belt. Simple as that. Anyway, at this time, leave your comments and opinions down below on this video. I will get back to you as I always do. And hit that subscribe button and keep up with the news. Well, not the news, but the reviews and all the good stuff. Coming up next, I will be doing an actual video on the my review of NFL Week 1. So don't miss that. I'm going to be uploading that right after this video is uploaded as well. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great night, guys.